For our first project, we are going to talk about the positivism paradigm. We are Jorge Espinosa and I am Jorge Albonoza. I am going to start talking to you. Firstly, where did the theory originate and who were the authors? Well, there were many people implicated in positivism and it can be traced back to Galileo Galilei, but the modern social positivism was founded by French philosopher Auguste Comte in Europe, who is now considered as the father of all the positivist movements because of his rejection of the metaphysics and the thought that only scientific knowledge can reveal the truth about society. Well, we have to ask ourselves, what does positivism try to tell us? Well, the aim of Kant with positivism was to reform society and make it better, but how? Kant believed that humanity has gone through three cultural stages of society: the theological military stage, when society held strong beliefs in supernatural beings, slavery, and military; the metaphysical judicial stage, where there was a great focus on political and legal structures, and merged a little bit with science; and now we were passing to the scientific industrial society, where everything was based in science, so culture and society had to be too. The study of society needed to use the same study methods that the natural science used in order to understand the natural phenomena. From this we obtain the five principles of positivism. The logic of inquiry is identical across all branches of science. The goal of inquiry is to explain, predict, and discover. The research should be observed empirically using human senses. Science is not the same as common sense, and science should be judged by logic and remain free of value. We have to know what is the main idea of positivism, and this is that real events can be observed empirically and explained by logical analysis. In other words, it is based in science and is in opposition of everything metaphysical. This can be explained simply by this image: science equals the truth.
So let's talk about epistemology, axiology, and ontology. Ontology in positivism believes that the world is external and that there is a single objective reality to any research phenomenon or situation regardless of the researcher's perspective or belief. Some of its principles are that an objective true reality exists, which is governed by unchangeable natural cause-effect law, consists of stable persistent patterns or order that can be discovered. Reality is not time nor context bound, and reality can be generalized. About the natural nature of human beings, positivism is rational. It is shaped by external factors. Same cause has the same effect on everyone. Under certain conditions, people will probably engage in a specific behavior. Epistemology believes that the knowledge can be described in a systematic way. It is accurate and certain, and it consists of verified hypotheses that can be regarded as facts or laws. Positivism is based on probabilistic because it can hold true for large groups of people or occurs in many situations. Axiology or methodology believes that the researcher should be objective, independent from the subject, and he or she often controls the investigated. Science is value-free. Values have no place in the research, so the researcher must eliminate all bias. The method should be empirical, structured, and replicable observation, quantification, measurement, experimental, so the researcher could directly manipulate variables and observe. Finally, we choose an example that helps us to talk more of this topic, and so here we go. Despite its ambiguous stance of science, the movie Avatar has some positivist underpinnings. For one thing, the natural forces of Pandora are not spiritual beings. They are flesh and blood superorganisms that could in principle be understood through science. So the movie basically takes a positivist stance on what sort of things exist in the world, but it still makes room for a semi-spiritual relationship to the natural world. In addition, the scientists in the movie are mostly good guys, with better values than the film's villains, who are mainly corporate or military types. Thank you very much.